we're going to point out what I consider corruption, point level. We've got a new person over the BMOs, is my understanding. And I've seen her at a show. It seems like from a distance, just watching her and listening to her talk over her, she's an attractive young lady that very well spoken. But I can't see the difference in her and the one she replaced, because they're still allowing DQPs to inspect, or BMOs to inspect horses that does not coincide with what they put on their website that the inspection's supposed to be.
Well, you know, Jerry, she might not know.
Well, Jerry, she should know. If she's in that position, she should know when she got in there. If she does know, then to me she's corrupt. If she does not know, she shouldn't be in that position. She should learn exactly what's going on, or at least look at what an inspection is supposed to go like. Because we're fixing to show one that absolutely shows a very disgusting, unethical inspection on a horse that a gentleman had come to see because they were interested in purchasing it.
And I'm gonna tell you, this horse here he just ain't no average meal horse.
No.
I mean, he's a real top horse. I mean, this is a horse that have done very well, very talented horse, you know, and ain't no one gonna do something bad to a horse that's got that much talent and that good.
It was a good. What really surprised me is that they even they videoed her pulling the hair apart, and they was doing it. Now I want y'all to watch how she's on the right foot, but I want you to watch what she does when she goes to the front to inspect this horse. She grabs in the back. Now watch her hand, the one in the back. You're not supposed to be digging, gouging, pushing, but you can tell how she's moving her fingers in the back, down in the pocket where the nerves are. She's grabbing him there.
And that's what I'm saying. When you checking a horse, you're supposed to check only the time you put your hands on that horse is if you got him in the front. You don't supposed to have your hands behind at all.
No.
on that horse.
You're holding him up there. You're supposed to be palpating in the front. She is palpating in the back.
In the back and behind at the same time, you know. And just like I say, this is a very talented horse right here.
Well, my point is this. They brought in a new person to be over. And I'm not trying to badmouth the lady, but what I am saying, if she knows the rules and the method that's supposed to be used, and she is not making them use that, then she is no better than the one that she replaced, which we knew didn't even think y'all ride a horse.
Yes.
So it's pretty obvious of everything that goes on. Now here's another thing. I want you to watch this. She wants her to take a picture. So in order to get the picture, you see how she's scraping the skin apart? If there's a scar there, you should be able to walk up.
When you're doing that right there now, that's telling you that she's putting her nails in the back of that horse's foot right there. You know, and when you got to pick and pull like that, you know, that's uncalled for.
Well, that's what, there's a whole thing, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, we're going to upload this to YouTube, and it's going to be marked illegal inspection,
and that
illegal horse inspection. You need to share this and let everybody see, especially in the saddlebred and Morgan Industries, Hackney Ponies. This is the way that they inspect your horse. I don't care what they tell people they do. But when you have to do that to ride a scar, and here's the big thing about it, if she could have wrote the scar rule and probably got by with it to some extent, but she had to stretch it.
But now, Jerry, when you do that much now, you just being the truthfully, if you got to pick and stretch and all that stuff just to get a scar up on that horse, you know.
No, but she would have probably got got by with it. But she wrote it up on sensitivity.
See, look.
On the right foot.
I mean, she got a nail picking
I know.
at that horse's feet right there.
Now, this is what we go through with the USDA. They come in. We went to one show that had 34 horses. There was 9 of them there with 4 SUVs to inspect 34 horses that had already been inspected by a trained DQP, which was more than one there.
Yeah.
Now I want you to watch it. Now this is another thing that really bothers me. Every time they show up, the first thing they do is they go and get a list of entries. Now she's sitting there and making the handler do everything, repeat everything that she has already got the information on, which makes absolutely no sense at all. It really doesn't. Except to have him stand out there and everybody know she's writing this horse up.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about it.
But you know, to me, I just think they just do stuff for horses that, you know, that's a contender for the celebration, the winter class celebration, and everything else. And that horse is, I mean, that's a, like
He's
I say,
a good horse.
He's a real good
Real
horse.
good horse. But he just the thought. Now right there is his foot. Now the DQP, I was told, said that that horse is clean as a whistle, which you can see right there. He's pretty clean. She had to scrape and get hair and everything out of the way. Of course, there's dust and stuff on the horse from walking around. But if you have to do that to find a horse out, plain and simple, lady, you're lying. It's unethical. It's dishonest. And you ought to be fired, sent home, done away with. And that's it. Now, I'm going to move on off of that. I'm going to let her rest a minute. I may come back, though. I can't
I don't know. That hurt my soul right there to watch that video right there.
Well, it does. And I've got,
you know, especially picking and scratching on the back of my horse's foot like that.
well, I've got close to 20 minutes of that, of her, the way she was doing that horse and moving it around and having him stand in a certain position. It's just ridiculous.